We're just gonna crop this down. So the process for making the regular pins is really not that interesting, but the custom ones is where it gets a bit more interesting. So we're just gonna move this. We're gonna make that a bit bigger. Hopefully that hasn't like cropped it down at all. There we go. So that looks relatively central. It doesn't need to be perfect, but we are not selecting. Oh, okay, got the wrong mode on the tool. Okay, so that's not the process for making the pin. So we're going to make it a nice high-res image. So we're going to go around the outline. We're going to fit it in black, and then we're going to go around the outline of everything in. So each of the different colors, we need to make a different layer for that and add it in. So we're going to use the pass tool. It's nice and easy to use. So we're just going to start from the point at the very, very top. We're going to go around. We're going to go down here, and I probably should have started from a bit higher up, but using the wrong button. There we go. Want the other one? There we go. Got her in the end. Yeah, I should have done a point like just over here, but it's all right. Oh, whoops. There we go. So we're following that line nice and neatly around the side. Do a lemon emote. Kinpy, what do you mean by promote? Are you on about within the club? Sorry, or are you on about like up to mod? Because mod is earned, and it is not only that, but there's actually a process that we go through where it's like an application process. And there, just for the record as well, there is a mod spot that is about to be made available. So if anyone wants that, like, make sure you get like a little post ready and made up, just saying why you think you should get it, and like myself and the other mods will read through it, say why we think each one is going to be a good choice, and yeah, it's a nice easy process. There we go, finally got there. Right, let's go into this layer here quickly. We're just going to select the black in his eyes, because he's got big black soulless eyes, and then paint all of this in. Nice and easy. So we can hide that now. We are going to make a new layer. Get rid of this. Go back to the black layer. Select it, and we're going to downsize it. Downsize it? Is that even a word? Hopefully that's has not done what I wanted it to do. No worries, no worries. Rather than making a new layer then, I guess we'll just duplicate this layer. Then we can go in, select everything, and then we can just change the color of it, but we can downsize it first. And that is way too much as well. Fides, yeah, we got the YouTube. I don't post in there nearly as much as I would like to, but I think the last thing that was put up was maybe. I was keeping the aspect ratio. I don't want to keep the aspect ratio. I think it was like 4 weeks ago. Not good, but one of those things. Like I try my best to make stuff for it, but I can't. I just don't have the time to dedicate. Like make dedicated YouTube content, unfortunately. I wish I did, but there we go, that should do it. Okay, so we can select all of this, and then we'll go into this base layer, select the color, the white, it's off-white, but the white of Bo's hat. Then we could just change this. So next one is the eyes. The eyes we'll do by erasing the shape of the eyes in the current layer. So sorry, I'm trying my best to keep up on the chat as well, but doesn't always go particularly well. So we're going to start within where the outline is. So the outline starts out here, but we need to start outside of the whites. So it starts around here somewhere. Then we can send, oh, whoopsie. Done the same thing again and again, 3 times in a row. 3rd time's a charm, right? Yeah, we can do, that actually needs to be like straight down. There we go. Perfect. And we'll just move this, like, just make sure the angles are exactly as we want it. Just hit enter, and then again, just gonna select the same color, but from the big black layer. Oh no, we're not. We're erasing. Sorry. So we just need to select, make this layer visible, go straight down, and then when the big black layer is visible, obviously this is pretty good. However, this line is not quite right. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to take the select the one that takes it out of the selection. Just going to bring a straight line going right the way down, and then use the lasso tool. And we're going to add back in this little corner that we've taken out. And what I should probably do as well, there we go, right. So I'm going to need to be very, very, very careful here. There we go. Not perfect, but better than it was. And then again, go back in, just erase. Much, much better. And Vinny, welcome back in, man. Welcome back in. It doesn't look quite right, but if you get rid of both of these, like, it's where it is. It's just, it looks like the line, not the line. The eye is just a bit too far out, but I mean, once everything else is in there, I'm sure it'll be fine. But Anyway, let's do the other side quickly. So zoom in over here. We'll take the path tool again, and just make sure that we're inside the outside line, but outside of the inside line for the starting point. Come up here. It's not quite straight. I want to make sure we come straight down for this bit. Yeah, looks about right. There we go, right. And then again, just back out. Yeah, looks about right. And then make the layer visible. I only actually just came inside that line, but then go for the rubber, eraser, whatever you want to call it, and get rid of it. There you go, there's your eyes. So let's do the interesting bit next then. So we'll do the beak first, and then for the outline of the beak, all we'll do is take the beak layer, make it slightly bigger, and then take erase the shape from the big white layer. So again, path tool, the path tool for all of these, all of this is just, it's your best friend. So we've got a relatively, there's a little bit of a curve, but I want to increase that curve ever so slightly, just so I think it'll look a little bit better if that curve's just that tiny bit bigger. There we go. Come back up into this corner a bit more. I don't like the way that's curving around. I want to make another point just here. So it starts off straight, or straight enough. Doing a curve round into, very specifically into that point, rather than trying to do the whole curve ourselves with one anchor point. And then we'll do the same up here. So we'll go for a midpoint up here, and then go a little bit higher. There we go. Nice and easy. Let's just change this one ever so slightly. There we go. There we go, and then we'll go into the base layer. We'll take the color, and then again just infill a whole new layer with that color. Okay, so there's a few little sharp edges I want to just get rid of. So easiest way for me, I'm sticking with the path tool. Love the path tool. Just want to try and ease this in. Looks about right. Then we can bring this round. There's the selection, and we can just go into the rubber again, take that out, and it's just taking that sharp edge that was made. And then again, there's a little this bit here. Not too happy with this, so we're just going to take the lasso for this one. try and make something that matches, or you know, just about matches. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it does need to be right. And then again with the just making sure that the sharp edge here is just taken out. I'm gonna do it from here because I've messed up that little corner as well. There we go. Seems about right. Take the roller, just take away that edge. There's still a single pixel out here, but bearing in mind it's 4000 by 4000 when you zoom right out. Bearing in mind, like, if people use these on their streams and stuff, like, then they're never gonna see that. So we're gonna select the. No, we're not. We're going to duplicate the beak layer. We're going to make it slightly bigger. If I can find the sizing thing, there we go. Scale thing, there we go. Use the right terminology. Bring it down so the bottom matches. Then the right hand side's been taken away ever so slightly. There we go. So we'll take this layer, we'll select the whole of the shape, hide it, go into the white layer. It is slightly off. It's not quite right. So I'm going to resize it again. So a good way we could do this is if we just select the color. And then it doesn't need to be black because it doesn't need to be what we're going to see. And then we'll just scale it down until we think it looks right. Rather than sort of going for what matches the pin. If we think it looks right, then chances are it's right. Okay, so maybe that top, yeah, that top spot needs to come up just a little bit. And that should be it. I'm gonna go for like one more or two more. And then we can move it down. It doesn't quite look as it should. There we go. That looks a lot better. And then we can take this layer and do exactly what we just did and just erase from the white layer. Giving us the black outline. So I'm going to go in though, because there's a couple of points. Just if you go in here, like this gets quite narrow. So again, paths tool because it's your best friend. There we go. There we go, that's a lot better. And then we'll go in on the other side, do exactly the same thing. If you're actually like trying to like follow through like what I'm doing, like I don't do anything the way it probably should be done. But don't worry too much, because if you're just after having the high res bow pin, you'll get it. Like you can pop into the Discord and you'll be able to just take it. Then we can just delete that layer because we don't need it anymore. So next up we have got, what have we got? The nostrils for the bow, for the beak. Okay, nostrils for the beak then. I mean, I could just go into the erase tool. We could use this shape. Hold on, bear with me. Let's get it up so it's actually big enough. And we can just mess with the aspect ratio, I guess. Bit too much. Still, if we go for like 5 on that. I'm not sure how I feel about this. So it's not quite the right shape. Title's wrong. Why is the title wrong? Oh, McCain custom pins. I'll change it now. Thanks for pointing it out, dude. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm just gonna use my favorite. I'm gonna just keep on doing what I've been doing. Wrong thing. There we go. Have people still got the music? Or have I messed up? And I'm gonna erase it from this layer here. And then same thing for the other one. Got the music, okay. So I haven't messed up the scene completely. I'm gonna make this a little bit wider on the bottom side specifically. There we go. And then same thing. Oh, trying to erase the wrong layer. There we go. So the other things come out, and it turns out that I've left some white in here. Quite a lot by the looks of it as well, actually. Sort of erase the outline rather than the entirety of the insides as well. So starting to get there now. Like all we've got left on the regular pin is just the face to do. So I'm not too happy that the eyebrow comes a bit closer to the beak on the right hand side than the left hand side, but I mean there is a way that we can sort that out. So let's take a look at the face then. So we want to make a black outline that comes all the way down and round, because apparently he's got no eyes himself. And then do the face. So let's start with the face. So trusty path tool, here we go. Come in, we're going to try and get as close into this corner as we possibly can. Come over to the left hand side, do exactly the same thing, and then down we go. How about we take this up? There we go. And we just need to come across. What we want to do is do this as perfectly straight as we can, because obviously we don't want it to be a little bit skew-if. There we go. Then we go down to the bottom layer. There's stuff in the chat. There's stuff in the chat. Well, his face is a big. I tell you what, the hat. So there's lots and lots of Brawl Stars merch where if they made it, like I would jump on it straight away. This is kind of one of them. So the bow hats, as stupid as it would look, I would love to have that hat. Even if it's just to like hang on my wall, or like even if it's just like to have a teabag reward where dude just put the hat on and stream with it for like 20 minutes. I would love it. Okay, so we want to do this above the white, don't we? And then just fill this in. There we go. Oh, that left-hand side looks horrible. That looks horrible. Okay, let's redo that. Easiest way to do it, to sort this out is just completely redo it. Okay, so why don't we just do a full rectangle? For some reason this mouse wants to be funny now. And then we just chop off the corners. So we'll paint in the rectangle, because it's a bit funny like that. You've got to if you want to use the path tool to do stuff, that you've got to yes. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's a bit of a long curve, but so it might be just completely wrong. But I quite like it. I quite like the long curve rather than. Does that look alright in terms of the curves? I'm not too. That left hand one looks a bit off to me. So I'll do the same thing. Let's come down here. Wrong button. There we go. Right. Bring this down. Bring this down as well. Like it's a bit. I don't like that it's pardon me. I didn't like that it was sort of like following up into the very top of the rectangle. See how that looks. Like if it doesn't look all right, we can just go back and remake the rectangle and redo it. But I'd rather not, obviously. But NSJ, yeah, it's Bo. It's Bo. And sorry, I missed the hydrate. I mean, it looks all right. It doesn't. I don't think this mouthpiece is perfect, but it's all right. So we're gonna do the same thing as we did with the beak. We're gonna take the shape, and we're gonna erase the. I'll tell you how I have messed up. Anyway, we can fix it in a second. So we're gonna take this shape. No, we're not. We're gonna crop the layer down so we can just mess around with the shape specifically. There we go. There we go, right. So we can select the shape with the magic wand, go into the whites layer, and we'll hide these for a second. Go into the white layer, and then where are you? We're just going to take the rubber or eraser, depends where you're from, rub it out, and then we can match the side bits here. There we go. And then over to this side here. Get the eraser again. Follow that on up. And now what we should have. There we go. So this is how I've messed up, because the outline of the beak I need to rub out from the skin tone. So let's delete the big skin tone layer. And then what we'll do, yes, is, I mean, we could just mimic what we did before, which is probably what I'm going to do, to be honest. I'm going to duplicate the beak. There we go, got there in the end. Make it bigger, and then just try and match what we did before. And then we'll just take that shape with the magic wand. Go into the skin tone layer, take the eraser, and now we should have a nice little outline. How's that for magic? Then we can just delete the layer that we used to make that shape. Okay, so there's one thing left to do, and that's just to take the shape of the mouth, which he's always unhappy for some reason. So we'll take the shape of the mouth and then erase it from the skin tone layer. Skin tone, there we go, and the eraser. It's a little bit weird shaped, but it's good enough for what we're doing. And there you go. So there's your high res image. It only took us like 45 minutes, right? And now I need to do the same, but for Horospo. So it's going to be a bit of a different process because obviously we need to make the shapes ourselves, but we have a good baseline for what we're aiming for. So if I've got a picture of the Horospo to my side, so I'm going to copy that and just bring that in and paste it. Apparently below the beak. There we go. So we don't particularly care for like the rest of the body. We just want this, like the face, so we can get like properly layer down. And I haven't got the aspect ratio here. So we need to figure out exactly which bits we need to keep and which bits are dead to us. So the hat is basically all gone. So the eyes of the hat, like the eyes will be where the eyes need to be. So the eyes will be sort of down here. The beak of the nose will come to roughly the same point, but will start from a lot lower down. So it'll probably start from around up here, the bottom line here. I'll tell you what will be where the eyes of the old hat is there. These little yellow bits. So they'll probably be up there, and then we need to sort these eyebrows out as well. This is going to be a much bigger task than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll take our base 8 outline, duplicate the layer, and just bring it to the top. And then just hide the rest. So we're gonna make an outline first, because it's not gonna be as big a point as the old one. Look at Discord, because I found out Jesse is a twin. What? Where am I looking? Where am I looking? Also, Raina and Swady and Happy Lemon, thank you for the joining of the Discord. Pam had twins. Dude, I love that skin as well. The swimsuit Jessie one where she's got the water gun instead of a proper gun. I love it. Maria, thank you for the following. NSJ, thank you as well, very much. Il Milunetti, welcome in, and thank you for popping on by. So let's make this outline then. So this is what we're starting with, and we need to round it off and add in some, like roughly where we think these. Maybe we don't do the outline first. Maybe we do everything else and then do the outline afterwards. Would be a smarter choice. Just trying to figure out how we're gonna go about doing this. All of the others have been relatively straightforward. This one is causing me some headaches. So what I might do, I might go and get some food first. Then after we got some food, like come back to it. I'm not sure the best way to go about this. Do Jesse next. I probably won't. I won't be doing another one today. I can tell you that much. All right. Let's just work with what we've got. So, let's start off by just rounding out the top part of this. So it's probably going to be somewhere around there. Okay, so there's your top of your hats. Squishy-diddloo. No, we're not doing the Clash Royale. All of the teabag things are quite clear in if we're not playing that game, like, I won't do that game. Luckily, you are a mod, so you can refund yourself. And I've also made it quite clear, like, at the moment, like, I'm taking a huge break from Clash Royale. Like, if the Clan Wars 2 update doesn't bring a lot of a lot of my love for the game back, like, I'm out. Like, I'm out of that game. Developer team pin collection. I don't think I've ever seen Frank, Brian, and Danny's faces. I've never watched one of, like, the big update videos for Brawl Stars, so I don't know what they look like. And also, there's also like, using other people's likeness. If they don't like it, then that could actually come back on me quite badly. And one person tick here. All right, let's sort this out. So we've got the rough shape of the head ready to go. Let's copy the skin tone layer. And we'll extend that up. So we'll just take the rectangular selection tool. Helps if I don't click off of it. And we'll just take this right up. But what I am going to do, I'm going to purposely deselect the middle. And then regret it straight away. So what I want to achieve from that is knowing roughly where the nose is going to go. Actually, no, that's fine. That's fine. We can live with that as it is. As long as I can see that point where the nose is going to be, like, that's fine. Although it looks like a little dog's face at the moment. We've got the... What do we start with? Do we start with the beak? Yeah, let's start with the beak. NSA, no, I don't work in Supercell at all. I just like their stuff. The custom pins end up on, because, like, it's not Supercell stuff at all. Like, I can put that on my merch and that's fine. But the actual pins, like, if I was to sell the pins, I'd probably get in a lot of trouble. So we don't do that. Just give them away. Okay. Can you say redeem? Not in the chat, and there is a reason for that, but it's too convoluted, and I can't be bothered to go into it. Basically, I'm gonna go into it. There's an interactive feature, and it uses a lot of the emotes from within Clash Royale, and basically I put a lot of time and effort into that, and I don't want them to be sort of just taken away. Probably since the start with the hair. Coupon, yeah, it was done. It was done. So we did the regular pin. So I get rid of all of these layers. So we've done the regular pin. But what we're doing now is doing the Horus bow. So completely custom and nothing to do with the original pin. With the funny little dog nose at the moment. Right, so we're starting with the beak. So let's take the paths tool. We want to try and follow the original path for the bottom as much as we can. It's got a slight curve to it. And then just a very, very, very sharp upturn. Upturn? Is that a word? That's not quite right. That's definitely not quite right. Let's bring this over. There we go. Bring this up a little bit. Apparently I brought it too far up. There we go. Right. Getting... Oh, dearie me. I had that right as well. Why did I move this one? Oh, wait. Right. No, I see what I've done wrong now. There we go. There we go. So had it come out a lot further the first on the right hand side. There we go. Now we can bring this out a little bit. Long Caden, welcome in, dude. And Vibravi, who is there? Who's at the door? Curve on that right hand side is a bit too fierce. Left hand side even, sorry, I can't tell my left and right. There we go. So I think the outline is gonna be a bit bigger on the right hand side, but I can fix that down the line. So let's make a new layer, and finally actually start making some progress. Let's not do it the skin tone. There we go. Is that the same color? Yeah, it's the same color. So what we'll do, same as with the other nose. What we'll do is we'll duplicate the layer, make it bigger. We're going to crop it down so it's just about the same size as what's inside it though. And then try and make it match the shape that we've already got cut out for it. And why am I keeping the aspect ratio? It's only going to make life harder. So what we'll do now, we can select the hole in the shape. We can go into the skin tone, take the erase tool, and get rid of the color. So that'll let the black outline show through, same as it did on the original pin. But I'm sort of half expecting that to happen. So we need to take this, put it below. And we're just going to color it in a city color. Let's go for bright blue. Because then we can work on it, and we'll be able to see exactly how it looks after we're done. So it's a bit tall on the top, so we can bring that down just a little bit, just a smidgen. It looks about right. That's all we're after, about right. There, we get rid of that, go into this, and then erase. There we go. Okay, so we know the eyes are probably going to end up around here somewhere. Best way to really see where they're going to end up is if we take a look at the original, like the original pin. We just need to make sure that the eyes end up around here, and it should look about right. But then, if you take a look at the actual skin, the eyes are above the nose or the beak. So that probably will look absolutely horrifying if we put the eyes below. Let's get rid of this layer quickly. So where are we going to go? I'll tell you what, why don't we duplicate this, then we can crop it down so we can just see the eyes. And then we can like move it around and then see what looks about right. So that matches up with the beak, but that's not what we're after. We want to make it so that the pin looks right, not so that it's anatomically correct. So maybe the eyes end up around here, but then they're a bit. If you actually look at it, the eyebrows are sort of overspreading. It is a big snoz, but it's part of the mask. And if things don't look right, we can. That's why we do everything in layers. We can go back and change each layer individually. I think that looks about where we'd want it. I think we just work with that, and like we could just take that shape. Like we could take the paths tool and just make this shape work as it is. So do something a bit like, there we go, nearly there. Bit like that, and just sort of hit enter there. Take the color. So we're in that layer. Hide this away. Go down here and make a new layer. And fill it in. If we then scale it up and down so we can sort of see what looks right, we can find out like where it fits in there. So it needs to go underneath the beak, but then like outstretch quite a lot. And then the shape of the skin, we just need to make sure that we cut down. So if we take this, take the non-colored side of the skin layer, and then go up to the what's it called, the eye thing. Take the erase tool, and then we can just erase just that just that little line, and then it just fits. Kurikance, it's not his nose, it's the beak. So we're sort of trying to follow the same as, let's bring the original up here. The same as this. Like if you look at the hat, like the beak is just huge. So it's not his nose, it's just the beak that's covering up his nose. Although I do think I might need to, if we get rid of this, might need to just bring his chin up a little bit to sort of like compress it, or I could just take the whole thing and compress it down a little bit, is an option. Or if we duplicate this, we can see what it would look like if the nose was a lot smaller. After we crop it down. So if we bring the nose down to like just be very, very small, and then just have that, and then have the hat be like monstrously big. So we could bring the eye down to about here. Actually, now that we're doing it, I quite like the look of this. Pardon me. Yeah. Now that we're doing this, I actually quite like the way it looks. There's a little bit of fixing to do, obviously, but and then we rather than having like the nose be big, we could actually like emphasize how big the eyes are, maybe. Bring them up so that the actual like eye bit is roughly where his eyes would be. Joys of layers. You can mess around with this live and not really have to worry about it. Love it. Then what we'll do, we'll duplicate the eye. But what we'll do is go up here, and then there's a tool where you can just flip the whole layer. And we're just going to hold the left hand key on the move so it always stays level with oh, this is going to take forever. There's so many pixels. So many pixels. So, brother, I feel like you're waiting for that to go up by another hour. Domek, welcome in, dude. How you doing? How you doing? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna make it roughly level. Mouse keeps on doing that. It just sort of like lets go. That look right. Yeah, it looks all right. So I think I think Kurikance, you were right. The nose was just too big. So if we take the skin layer and then select like the top portion of it, and then just take the eraser to it and get rid. but we do need to bring this down. So the old nose, we need to bring the old nose down. Make it roughly match this bottom line. There we go. And then we'll select everything that isn't the old nose with the magic wand. Same as we did with the skin on the eyes. We go into the skin layer and just paint in these areas just here. Oh no, we won't. This is a tough one. No, yeah, that's exactly what we'll do. So we'll just paint these in. Get rid of the big nose, and that's going to leave us with a section that's way too big. Way too big. Still on the skin layer. Oopsie. It's taking way longer than I thought it was going to as well. Let's put this down quick, sorry. But as soon as I took a look at the Horus bow skin, like I said it as well, like this is going to take ages. So where are we? We're going to bring this way down. Still way too big. This is hugely way too big. So yeah, we just want to sort of match the eyes a little bit, don't we? There we go. That's where we want to be. And then we can take the magic wand and do exactly the same thing. So not do that. We want to select everything that isn't the nose. Then go down to the skin and just paint it in. And of course it's going to be awkward here because the layer that we selected was a bit too small. There we go. Love it. Okay, so then we'll do exactly the same thing with the eyes as well. So let's duplicate both the eyes. Not delete, duplicate. And to make life easier for this little section, I'm going to merge the two duplicated layers into one. We can scale this up nice and easily, but we're not going to keep the aspect ratio because that messes us up. Because all we're doing is making a line that we're going to erase. But we are going to keep it for a little while. Like we're going to keep the layers for a little while. There's going to be more stuff that we need to erase with these lines. That's not right. That is not right. I tell you what I shouldn't have done. I should not have merged the layers together. That was a mistake. Should have just dealt with them one at a time, and it would have been nice and simple. Play Don't Starve. Actually, I pro this that game. So I'm assuming it's a survival game. The fact that it's called Don't Starve. That is huge. That is huge. What's the actual premise of the game? Alright, see what's going on here. My bad. Oh, still this selection. Oh, my days. This is taking way too long. Super hard version of Minecraft. There are characters after you. Hey, like you only gain XP to unlock them when you die. What? I think I'm gonna give up on those lines. I'll keep the layers there ready to go to make the lines, but I think I'm just gonna give up on the lines themselves. I mean, I could just do it. I could just do it the easy way. Or easy way. Like, how hard was it to do that? The way I was doing it was so long and convoluted and just was not working at all. Like, how hard was that? To literally just draw the line myself. Oh yes, yes, yeah, yes. I should save my work. And then same on the other side. That wasn't hard at all, right? I want to save this as open. Oh, this is taking a while. That took ages. TLS, if you want to make an emote, feel free. For Kenson, enjoy the shower in a completely non-weird way. I don't think there's a way to make that non-weird, to be honest. So what we're doing, we took the shape of the eyes, and then so this will be sort of like more down this way now, and then we just need to figure out where the actual yellow eyes are going to be. So we get rid of this. Let's follow the line across here. It's going to be like here. So that's going to be like the top line there. I'll tell you what we'll do. There we, yeah. I'll tell you what we'll do. So that'll be the top line, and then we'll fill. Well, not fill that in, but we'll take the color of the nose here, so it's going to be the same color. Make a new layer. My layers have become a mess, like just an absolute mess. I love it. I genuinely love it. Like, it's not a full semicircle, which is why I like it. So we're just going to duplicate that. We're going to flip it and move it across. Oh, nice. And it's even nice. Saves me a bunch of work there. So we just need to find a bit that looks like it's about the right spot, which I think that's probably it. Like, when you're just trying to mirror the other side. Yeah, I like that. I like where that's ended up. Okay, so let's go for the next spot then. What's the next feature to bring in? There's these yellow things here. They need to come in, but they'll probably literally just be rectangles that get a bit wider at the bottom. So a bit like is it trapezoids? Trapezium? No, trapezoid. I feel like it's trapezoid. And then we need to do this little goatee thing that he's got going on as well. And then it's just mainly the hat. So yeah, let's get these weird rectangular things in. So we're gonna start basically at the edge of his cheek here. Exactly what I was trying to stop from happening. Like, I want to see off the so it starts there, so then we can go for the lasso, and we're going to add to this. Actually, no, we're going to take away, because I feel like they're a bit too wide at the top. So we're going to take away. So I'm just going to hold control. But I need to... Goodness me. Let's just take this... Let's take this right up. There we go. And then we can take away from it by find a spot where we want to take it away from, which I think is about here. That's about right. There we go. Yeah. Got Bo and Crow's kids. Nice. If Crow was a lady. I mean, who's saying Crow isn't a lady? Crow is, because Crow's voice is voiced by a man. There we go. There we go. Right. Let's deselect that. Let's hide this, not this. Oh, whoops. Done this on the same layer as the eye, but that's not a problem. It's not a problem. So let's take the path tool. Just want to. Doesn't need to be that far out at all. So what we're actually aiming for is to carry on this line here. And we want to go this way. There we go. Then we can take the layer with the eye, if I can find it. There we go. Take the rubber. And then that's it. So what we'll do is we'll duplicate the layer, although it has the eye in it as well, which I completely messed up. I didn't mean to do that at all. Flip it over. We can just drag. It helps us like actually aim this up, because we can marry up roughly with where the other eye is. It should be about right. And then we can just rub the eye out. We're saying that the curve on this right hand side is slightly different, so it's very, very noticeable. Well, we'll rub the eye out. Let's take the path tool. We'll just do the same thing then. Rather than erase, we want to add to this. Rather than erasing, we've actually carried on the line, although not particularly well. Maybe we should just maybe we just make it too big on purpose and then take away from it. That'll be a bit better. Get the rubber. There we go. We still managed to mess it up. There we go. Right, okay. Finally got there. Jeez. Poop on. Enjoying a full 2 days worth of watching. Watching a glorious picture of a not so glorious face. I don't know why that became the running way that I decided to describe myself, but it is, and I won't stop. Okay, so there's also, if we take a look at the actual skin, there's these white bits, which are going to be a real pain in the butt to do. But as long as I go underneath the... I'd say how I've messed up. So I've married up the yellow bits with the eyes, and the white bits actually go underneath the eyes. Changes things. Okay. Take those white bits then. I also need to extend the hat, the skin layer. Okay, so the white bits will come from roughly. I mean, they're straight lines, so if we just go like straight in that direction. Maybe a bit thinner. Thin this down a little bit. Yeah, and then So we'll make a new layer just here. We'll take the color directly from in the image. It's probably about the same weight as the hat in the original pin. Henry, that's definitely happening on stream. Like, push your lowest person, and you'll be hitting 25k very, very soon. Promise you that. Oh, what have I just done? Oh dear. Didn't have the layer selected, so it just came up as black. There we go. What we're gonna do to stop the pain in the butt is but we're also gonna go into this. No, we're not. We're gonna do one thing at a time. One thing at a time. So rubber can get rid of this. Go into this layer here. We're going to select this well again. I'm struggling. Figuring out exactly what I need to do. So we'll select everything, or everything, and then we will minus out. There we go. Right. Okay. I know what I'm doing. Minus out this, and we will minus out the skin. That way, when we erase, there we go. Right, okay, I'll get my head around this bit now. Yeah, so we're only erasing outside those areas, so then we can just go straight in like this. I think we've gone a bit too far, but take this above. There we go. So we're overhanging the edge a little bit, but that doesn't matter because we're going to crop everything down afterwards. I have managed to mess up this curve a little bit because I was sort of doing things before I actually realized the way that I needed to do it. So what we can do though is just come in, make this silly big. So it sort of matches the curvature there. Okay, so we've got to do the same thing for the yellow, but I can't do the same thing for the yellow because I've clumsily left the eye in the layer with this yellow thing, so I need to do this by hand. No, I don't. I can just erase. Why would it? Oh, so silly. There we go. So we'll just duplicate this. I know it's not a case of an exact duplication because the other side isn't quite the same. I'll tell you what is the same. The actual shape that we've used for the eyes. So that needs to come down. Okay, so if we take this yellow thing and just move it up slightly, sort of marries up there, and then we can just take the erase tool and just like just hide the mistake. And the same with the skin tone here. There's a little bit of it was peeking out. We could just hide the mistake by erasing and having the white layer on top. I do, however, need to just extend the zoom in for this bit as well. I'm purposely extending past the outline, so then we can trim it down after. There we go, we're starting to get something now. Rascal, welcome in, dude. Welcome in. How you doing? Yeah, but Vibrabu, Henry's pushing in what I consider to be the right way, and getting everybody up at the same time. It makes it a lot easier to maintain a total trophy range. Oh, sorry. Stretching coming. Oh, yeah. There we go. It makes it a lot easier to maintain that trophy range. And on top of that, it's just trying to think about what I'm trying to say now because my head's gone a bit frazzled. Maintain a trophy range. It then makes it a lot easier to get the big pushes in on a handful later down the line. So I would much rather have done what Henry's done and get everybody to 650, which is what I'm aiming for next season, or thereabouts, because some of the lower trophy, lower power people it would be a lot more difficult to do that with. But struggling to speak. Yeah, I think Henry's done it the right way. I think I've done it completely the wrong way. But I am trying to correct that at the same time, so. Anyway. Next bit for this is the ears. Okay. So in a head-on thing, I think the ears are doable. It's the same thing as we did with the eyes. If we go in with the path tool, sort of take the shape, but we are going to need to edit the shape a lot. And you didn't get anything from the mega chest. Henry, that sucks, but well done on 25k, man. Let's control this down. Not even the one we want. There we go. So we can bring this back a little bit. Bring this back as well. I think we've just about got our shape. So we can get rid of this. Bring this down. Sorry, hold on. Let's make a new layer quickly underneath the eyes, but above the skin. And we are going to go into the beak. We're going to select this color of the beak because it's that same color. I haven't done that at all. Just fill this in. We need to crop this down as well because the whole layer is the size of the image. If you want to manipulate the just the shape and size of the what we've made, it makes it quite difficult if you don't crop the layer down. So we're just going to crop that down, move it around. And it's going to be just about here. The actual shape and size of this emote is getting very, very complex. I also think we need to mess with the aspect ratio of this a bit, so we just need to narrow this down, but make the overall thing a little bigger. There we go, a bit like that. Let's take a look at where this actually sits. So it actually comes like down to here, so we can make this a lot bigger. And I like the aspect ratio that we've got at the moment, so I'm going to keep that locked in. And then same as with the with all of this stuff down here, we want to trim down the line that is following up at the moment. The outline of the eye, basically. Erase that, and then we need to do the same for the. Oh, before we do that, actually. I want to make another one of these. And just flip it over to be on the other side. Although everything, absolutely everything, is a bit closer to the left-hand side than it is the right-hand side, so we actually need to move everything over slightly. So to do that, we need to link all of these layers that we've made. And then whatever happens to one will happen to all of the rest as well. So if we now move this over just a touch. And I might need to downsize everything just a tiny bit as well, but we can do that later on if we really need to. Then we're just going to unlink all of this. Also very sorry that this has taken a lot longer than originally anticipated, but to be fair, we did choose the most complex of all of the horrors of all of the bow skins. We'll just take the erase tool, bring that in there, and we need to do the same for this like big part of the eyebrow as well. It's not quite right. Keith, welcome back in, man. How you doing? I feel like that's a bit better. Again, doesn't need to be perfect, but does need to be sort of semi-decent. Like, this will be part of a final product. Like not just the mugs. Like the mugs are just where I'm putting the custom pins for the time being. I do have a plan for when we've got a whole bunch of custom pins done. Cool. Perhaps if we select the right layer. But just before anyone sort of like tries to guess, I'm not talking about the plan. I sort of married. That would have been a lot nicer. Let's do that. Debreedon, thank you for the follow, man, and welcome in. If you'd like the if anyone wants the high res regular bow pin, which we finished off just now. I say just now, it's like an hour ago. We've been working on this specific variation of the pin for about an hour. Fantastic. Anyway, if you'd like the regular bow pin, I'll be posting it in the Discord later on today. So you can just take the high res image of the regular bow pin and take it away and do with it what you will. If you want to incorporate it into part of your stream, then you can do that. We've also got like Poco and Shelly and Brock, and like there's a bunch of stuff that you can just go and take from the Discord. And Depredun, thank you for popping on by. How you doing, man? Like how's the day treating you so far? I feel like it's coming together. So we need to make an outline for the earpiece things. We need to trim down the bandage thing on the outskirts, and also these yellow bits as well. And then we just need to finish off the hat. So actually, I'm gonna leave the skin, the like actual skin bit, the chin. I'm gonna leave that where it is, and then if we take a look at the actual skin, he's got this big like bit that comes down the sides, and then we'll just have that sort of go down the same. And Lucky Noob, welcome in. Yourself as well. How's things? Yeah, I think we're basically there. Oh, he's also got the little goatee, little golden goatee bit. So let's do the same thing. Let's just take that shape, and then if we need to edit it, we can do that. So it's going to be above the skin. It doesn't really matter whether it's below anything else. And then we'll just paint that in same color, move it down. I'm gonna make that a bit smaller as well after cropping it down. Keep on mentioning this as well. So much easier to manipulate things if you've got the layer cropped down to exactly where it needs to be. We'll just have that like pointing up in towards the upset frowny face of the mouth. There we go. So it's all starting to come together. I love it. I love you, baby. Thank you very much for popping on by. How you doing? Sorry, the name called for it. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. So I'm gonna take the shape of the hat from. I think I've just deleted it. Oops. The shape of the hat from the original pin. I'm gonna bring that up and just pop it like here, because that is probably going to be very, very helpful for us in just a second. So I'm going to take that layer. I'm going to select it, obviously. And I'm just going to change the color. And I'm going to take the color directly from the image up here. So if we take a look at this, I'm going to take this dark blue from in here. And where are we? There we go. I mean, it's definitely getting there. It's not quite perfect, but it's definitely getting there. What we need to do now, though, is fill in these where the eyes were on the old one. We just need to fill that in. And also, think like the thing I've never been the best at saying thank you. But so like when you look at like when people follow, and also I love you, baby. Thank you for the follow. When people follow, like, because I've always been pretty bad at saying thank you, I gone the other way with the stream and just like I over thank people. And sometimes like sometimes it goes well, but other times like it genuinely annoys people how much I thank them. There we go. So there's the eyes all dealt with, and you can see we've managed to like cover that up quite smoothly as well. Hopefully, if you look on both sides as well, yeah, it's relatively smooth. So then what we need to do to this layer is just fill in this this whole area with the same color. Except we don't want to like go too much into where that outline is, but we've already made for the nose. Actually, no, we can do that. It's fine. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna take the erase tool, because we don't want the we don't want that color in any of this area here. If we size this up, we might actually be able to marry the curve of the brush for the eraser with the curve of the eye here. Oh, oops. Whoa. Yeah, it's almost spawn. What I will do is just follow this down. There we go. So if we then just fill this back in, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna put I'm gonna follow the outline of the ears, so it's everything will have its outline eventually. There's just so much going on with this pin that it's so awkward. Like, there's so many different pieces of the skin, and I kind of regret putting this one in as an option for you guys to pick. But at the same time, like once it's done, it's gonna be so good. Like not sort of like bragging about like, oh, my skills as a graphic designer, because I'm no graphic designer. There's if I was like, I probably wouldn't be doing this because it's I wouldn't want to do what I do for work. Unless like I really enjoy my work. I guess there's that argument. Like, if you enjoy what you're doing for work, then you want to do it outside of work as well. Okay, so we're going to try and do the same thing here. We're going to try and marry up the curvature of the erase tool. Do I put? Yeah. I haven't been playing for a very long time. Oh, whoops, same again. I've been playing for 11 weeks tomorrow, but I love the game. I love the game. Okay, so the next question is: do we put outlines on like this bandage here? Because if we put outlines on the bandage and this yellow bit, it's gonna just be like a whole bunch of black, which probably isn't gonna look particularly appealing. So I think what I'm gonna do is like leave the bandage and leave the yellow bit, but I will like clean up the outline, for them. So if we select the area here, no, wrong one. Sorry, need to select the dead space. And then we go in and we find this, no, not the layer. So many little pieces here. So what we'll do, we'll take the erase tool, make it a lot smaller than it is. Shows where we need to erase. Same on the other side, and then the bandages as well. So because of what we've actually got selected, I need to actually go back over this, but it sort of shows me exactly where I need to rub out. Let's go to this note. This layer here, bring this up ever so slightly, just delete, and same on the other side. Oh, I think I'm in the wrong layer. Yeah. This one might be a bit more fiddly, so I'm just gonna like make the erase tool a bit smaller. Why can I not? What's going on there? Why can't I erase that? That's really odd. If I select like this whole bunch. No. Okay. Ah, I think I know why. Maybe it's the part of... No, it's not. What is going on here? It's got to be part of a higher layer then, but a lower layer. Right, okay, so I've messed up a little bit somewhere. So I need to find the layer that I've accidentally mixed this in with. Alright, it's on the skin layer, okay. Makes things a bit easier though, because I could just rub out where I want. That was really weird though. Like I don't know why I would have put that on the skin layer. It's just a weird accident. Football Freak, welcome in, and thank you very, very, very much. And Poupon, what's the flex? What's the flex? Oh, right. I see. I love you, baby. 11 weeks in, I am at 22,000 trophies. But don't be disheartened by that. I play the game way too much. Like I can be at work and my boss could be like upstairs, and I will risk it. I will risk it and I will play the game. And yeah. Big flex. Part of me's tempted to just like get my hands behind my head and like actually flex as hard as I can now. I'm not going to, because honestly, like it's not worth it. Like it's not worth it. I do need, right, okay, so the few bits what I do need to do still is I need to make an outline for the top of the eye pieces, and I just need to do that by rubbing out the blue. So just by going in here, we'll go in with the path tool, same as we have been, because the path tool is your best friend if you're doing anything like this. I've messed this up. Whoops. There we go. Let's just start again. So rather than like actually trying to trace the entire outline, I'm just gonna do this like one line at a time. And also like way too much. Let's try that again. Shaq's boss is lurking. I sincerely hope not. I mean, he knows I do this, and he does have a problem with it, because we have a disagreement. So he believes, and if you look at my contract, like he's completely wrong. He believes that anything I do, whether it's inside of work or outside of work, is his intellectual property. But if you actually look at the contract, it says if I do stuff outside of work, it's completely mine, and that he has no claim to it. But he doesn't believe that. So he has a problem with me streaming for that reason, because he thinks that any money that gets made from it should go to him, even though it's the amount of hours I put into this. It's like a completely it's a second job. the amount of hours I put in, it's a part-time job. Although obviously I don't see it as a job, because I've loved every single moment of what we've done. But yeah, just sort of, so if he was watching, he probably would have said something by now, just to say like, yeah, no, I didn't, like, any money made from this, like, it goes to me, but it doesn't. If he actually tries to enforce that as well, it's like, yeah, no, we're going to court and I will win. Because screw you. Do I prefer teaming or not? It depends on the situation. If there's 3 teams left, I've got 1 power cube and my partner is dead, yes, I will team. Because if it's with the top team that will then just go for the other team because they have like a relatively high number of power cubes and they're both alive, like, yeah, 100%. I'll take the trophies. Why not? If you go into solos, it is called solos. Play it as it's meant to be. It's why I don't play solos at the moment, because all of my brawlers are getting like to a relatively high to a relatively high trophy count, and all that you get in solos is 8 bits. All teaming, because it's so funny, but they're, oh my god, you're an 8-bit as well, and oh my god, you have the star power to give you the extra life. This is hilarious. Obviously we should team, and it's just not fun. It's just not fun. Also, Skull, welcome back in, man. Vibravu said just now that you gave a suggestion for a game to play. And I feel like I have heard of it before. Don't Starve. But I've never actually played it. So Vibravu was describing it as a survival game where it's just like a more realistic version of Minecraft. Is like the description he gave, but it's probably a bit more. There's probably a bit more to it than that. But is that about right? Just got teamed on by 5 8-bits who are all over 880. Like, I feel your pain, man. It sucks. Like, if you're playing solos, play solos. Don't ruin it. I mean, if I had pushed the Mortis that I've got on my own, sorry, I did right. Just need to reword that. So if the way that I got Mortis to 750 was by just like camping in solos, like he's power 4, 100% I would have teamed. Like 100%, but that's not the way that I got him to 750. Luckily. So that's not what needed to happen. I feel like we get. I think I've missed something at the top. The top looks wrong, and not because I haven't changed the point into a curve. And that's why. There's the big yellow bit at the top. Don't start or the gadget. Leon's gadget is cool, but I don't think it's game changing. Although the star powers definitely help. So the Invisi-Heal is very good for solos or just the 3v3s in general. In duos, I would recommend the Smoke Trails star power. Because it's more aggressive and that just fits my playstyle. But a lot of people actually do like the Invisi-Heal in duos as well. So I think the two star powers are basically, it depends on whether you play passively or whether you play aggressively. So the faster movement obviously lets you go a lot more aggressive, lets you flank the opponent, while the Invisi-Heal lets you retreat and heal up at the same time. Pardon me. Alright, okay, so I need to finish this up because the stream is actually it's overrun. So I need to take this layer. Actually, no. Rather than do it the long convoluted way, we'll just draw it. And this is gonna like hit the very edge of the image that we've made. Oh dear. It actually has like it's on the very last pixel there. Okay, so it's gonna be a relatively thin outline for this, unfortunately. this in slightly. And then we'll just go down to this outline, or the base layer. Go for the black because it is black, obviously. Just add this in. Dabmaster, welcome in, dude. How you doing? Henry, the Invisor heal lets you go aggressive and don't be scared to die. I guess there is that. Yes, Skull. The fact that you ended up with a 7, like basically like a top tier 8-bit, when you're sort of medium high in trophies, is crazy. Like just there's no other word for it. It's just crazy. Alright, and then we're just gonna do the same thing again here on the other side. Just giving this this yellow thing and its outline but its due. Although it doesn't have its outline inside, so maybe I should do that. Again, just right on the very edge of the image here as well on this outline. So really taking up like as many of the pixels as we possibly can. And then we're still on that same layer, so we can just carry on as we were, fill this in. Oh, that's a pain. Okay, what we'll do then, make a new layer, because it went to the edge of the layer. We'll make a new layer, we'll fill it in, and then we'll just merge it down. And there you go. Right. Okay, so we're basically there. I feel like I do need to give these yellow bits on each side the outline all the way in. So let's do that now. Like it's just a simple erase, so there's nothing complex there. We just need to go into a different layer and erase that bit to bring the outline up from the bottom, and then do the same on the other side. Dabmaster, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, man. I mean, this isn't what we normally do. Like we normally do gameplay. We're normally playing Brawl Stars, or we're playing Clash Royale, or you know, basically Supercell games. But I do this on the side in the background, and I thought, like, why not do this on stream, and then you guys can see like what goes into it. So what I need now, if I center this up, I need to do the golden headpiece. So if I take the path tool, again, it's going to be your best friend if you do anything like this. Just follow, wrong way. Follow this up and round. And then we're going to come around this side, and we're just going to rub out the top point there, and we messed that up in a big way. Okay, how are we going to do this? And how did we do it before? I feel like we just did one big one, didn't we? No, we clearly didn't do one big one. Wait, Skull, but the trees can turn against you and kill you. Like they. Oh, so the trees can like turn into creepers. What? That's horrible. Just make sure we got the bit here right on the edge where we want it. I don't want like a little chunk to come out of it. We might need to fill that in, that tiny little gap, but I'll tell you what I have done. Actually, let's take this round the other way. That was clumsy. I'm making a lot of clumsy moves today. So it's not the end of the world, but... Why am I really struggling just to get out? There we go. There we go. So we're following a nice clean path now. I feel like this could still come in just a little bit. Yeah, bring that erase tool up. We still messed it up. Maybe we just edit the because we can see what we're doing on the outline one more than we can see what we're doing on the inside one. So why don't we try and follow that same curve? But on the outside rather than on the inside. That way we can match up the width of the outline all the way around. There we go. Oh, like right up to the edge there. There we go. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. That's much better, much cleaner all the way around there. Sorry, Dad Master. One posture check because I've started leaning forward and messed it up. Henry, you'll get Surge's star power. You'll get there. We'll all get there one day. So what do you do if like the first thing you do is go and chop down a tree? And then all of a sudden you've got a mini boss. Like, surely that would suck. I mean, I'll be like, it sounds like a good one, like to give a go. So I'll probably give it a go. Also, Vibravu, if you're still about, Heyday Pop is probably not going to happen. It's nothing against yourself, but I don't really enjoy that type of game. Make pigmen do your job. What? So it's a survival game, but you can make piggy men, and the trees come to life. Where's this curve gonna come? Fed the Grey. Yeah, I'm still here, still here. The stream has overgone a little bit, but I want to get this finished on stream, rather than finish it off stream. There we go. Wait, no, that's the wrong way. No, it's the right way. Sorry. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of what we wanted to achieve. Just make sure this sort of marries up properly. Which it kind of does. This one doesn't. Hit enter, and then what I'm going to do is, with that selection made up, we're going to go down to the layer that we're already in, and we're going to deselect the outside stuff. That way, it just leaves this little crescent on the top. We can make a new layer, and we can fit it in. If we go down to one of the layers that has the gold on it, there we go. And we can just fit it in. Helps if I just select this. There we go. And I think we're there. I think that's it. I think we're done. Atishi, thank you for the follow and welcome in. Atishi, no. This is purely for outside the game. So, if you want the game, like the in-game pins in a high-res image, let's just deselect all of this stuff. You can see the mess that is underneath. So we've made it a high-res image of the in-game pin. And you can go and take that from the Discord. So if you type !Discord in the game, in the Twitch chat, sorry, !Discord will bring up the Discord link, and you can go and download this one for free. Just take it away. It's a high-res image of the in-game pin, and then the custom pins that we're making, they'll. The first thing they'll go on is the mugs, because that's all I've got that I can put them on for the time being. There we go, get in there very slowly. I don't know what this layer here is. Oh well. And then this. I'm nothing to do with Supercell. I'm just a guy with his face on a video. But I mean, if Supercell like approached me and was like, no, we like what you've done. Do you want to do it for the game itself? Of course I'm going to jump on that. But it's just going to end up on a mug for the time being, and then I've got a plan for when I've got a whole bunch of custom pins made up. I do have an extra thing that I would like to do. I'm not gonna sort of spoil the surprise, but yeah. I mean, I guess I could do a mouse map that has like a whole bunch of them in like a cool way, but that's not the plan. That's just sort of like throwing ideas out there.